Good afternoon. This is Shansa from Be Inspired, coming to you once again with no makeup, dark rings in the eyes, no lipstick, hair sort of just washed and left to do its own thing. But I've been busy today, so you'll have to just forgive me. So many of you from my last newsletter said you really enjoyed how I did the video. Someone said it was a bit long, so I'm going to make it a bit shorter. I don't have loads to show you, but I do have some new stuff, which is actually nearly sold out. But anyway, so let me start with my Recollection wrap by Tiff Nealon Hand Knits. That is now complete. I don't think I showed you it last time. I think I was still in the process of finishing it. If I did show you and I had finished it then, I apologize. But yeah, there we go. It's done in the Cowgirl Blues merino linen, which I now have loads of on my website. And I made a little handy spreadsheet where you can just tick off row by row what you're doing. I think I used 7 colors. Let me tell you what they are. Cape Storm, which is one of my favorites. It's like a greeny, where is that one? That's indigo. Did I use Cape Storm? Yeah, you can sort of see it in there. Cape Storm. It's like a greeny. It's different to the indigo. Let me find the indigo. I don't know if you'll be able to see on camera, but the Cape Storm is a bit green and the indigo is more blue. So I used Cape Storm. I used mustard, which was one of my favorites. There's the mustard. I used Camps Bay, which is this lighter blue. Orchid Blush, which is this pale purpley color. Ruby Grapefruit, which gives it its pop. It's this orangey grapefruity color. It's this one. Karoo Gold. Oh, that's also a nice one. Karoo Gold is this like greeny, goldy one. Girls Night is the purple, which I did my eye cord in. And yeah, Cape Storm, we've done those. So those were the 7 colors, I think it was. So if you buy 7 or 8, how many colors? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks like 7, but I don't know if I did 8 and I've missed one. But if you get 8 colors or 7 colors, I'll send you the spreadsheets that I used. So it really is beautiful. I think I showed you it on as well. I apologize if I've shown you this. No, it was my Botanics. I don't think I've shown you this one. So it's quite big. And I've got a lot of yarn left over. I've been crocheting with it. This is what I've got left over. So there's all the colors. I should have shown you like that. 2, 4. Oh, I did use 8 colors. So Camps Bay, Mustard, Orchid Blush, Girls Night, Ruby Grapefruit, Cape Storm, Indigo, and Karoo Gold. Here you can see the difference between Cape Storm here and the Indigo. And what makes this yarn so lovely and textured and full of movement is that the linen in it doesn't take up the dye, because you use a different dye for animal fibers as opposed to plant fibers. So linen being a plant fiber, the dye doesn't actually stay settled on it. So you can see the linen bits. Can you? Let me just focus and then remember to refocus. There you go. Refocus on me. So yeah, so it's a lovely yarn. And then while I'm talking about that, here's the actual yarn in the skeins. And what's really nice about this is it's 50 gram skeins. So it's 180 meters for 50 grams. So even though, I was left over with some, imagine if I'd use 100 grams. So some projects you don't need to have 800 gram skeins. You just need 50 grams. So I just love them. And you can see how lovely and soft and drapey it is. I used a 3.5, either 3.5 or 3.75. I think the pattern said 3.75, so I might have used a 3.75. so it is a sock weight, knits up like a sock weight, and is lovely. Lovely. Looks so pretty. So that is the linen, the merino linen by Cargill Blues. And then if you want to know how it crochets, there's a little crochet hexagon, and I actually have a class. I loaded on the website today. So what we'll do in the class is play with different yarns. So we'll play with merino linen, the merino twist. He has it with just pure merino. We'll put some lace in, some fluffies, and we'll just have a real good play session. And I will also show you, you can see I've crocheted all my ends in secure. Just this from my magic circle, just that needs to be sewn with a needle. So those are from a class that we will do in March. So you can go and book. And what your class includes is I always want people to use my yarn and to walk away with being able to get the yarn. So the class includes the pattern card. Obviously your instructions, your tea, your coffee, cake. I think I said scones. I'm going to get Mr. B out to do scones. And then I will give you a voucher back. So 390 Rand, I think, back. So 390 Rand will get you 3 skeins. And with 3 skeins, you can really play nicely. You can make solid hexies or mix them up. So at least you're paying for your workshop, but you're getting something back. Yeah, I charge very little for teaching, which I don't know, maybe it's a mistake, but I believe in supporting people who buy my yarn. So you buy my yarn, you get the workshop. So that is the merino linen. I've also just got in this, which is Cargill Blues Fluffy Mohair. It's 200 meters to 100 grams. And Bridget knitted a marble sweater by Petite Knits. I'll do a newsletter with the links. And she just used 1 strand because it says to use it with something else. But I think it's for us in Durban, especially in the heat that we've had, it will be too thick. So Bridget experimented. She used a 10 millimeter and 1 strand of this. And it does come out like a lacy, not lacy, but like an airy knit. But that's perfect. So I might, and she only used 2 skeins for a size large. So I'll put links in my newsletter, and then yeah, I've got 5 skeins of this. I might schnuffle 2, so there'll be 3 left for you to just try. And then I'm always willing to order if you need other colors or whatever. I can order for you. Oh, that's perfect. So that's that. I got a list today. Let me tick off recollection wraps, wild hexies, and the fluffy stuff. I forgot to bring the yarn bowls. I've got some beautiful yarn bowls. I'll show you next time. Then Estereza does a sock set. Estereza Yarn Creations does a sock set every month. And this month was January. Well, January was Boer Carp. So this is what the set looks like. And you basically buy it, you pre-order from her, so it's unseen. You just have like a color inspiration. So I ordered a set for myself, paid for it, and I thought, hang on, maybe people are going to want to see it, because when I knit to something, then they also want to know if I've got it in the shop. So I ordered another 10 sets, and it comes with this cute little keyring, which I can't, it's up there in my light box, because I'm coming to you from my studio. Look, some yarn. I've shown you the neatest part, the rest is a mess. It comes with a little passport, and then this is January's little sticker that I stuck in. So I have ordered extra of February. Let me know if you want. Make sure I have enough. But this is sock yarn, 75%, 25% nylon, 80 grams, 30 grams, and I'll be knitting some socks. So that was, I put that online today. I think it's nearly gone. Then look at my hand spun. Isn't it beautiful? Karen dyed the fiber. She's also spun up a hank, and I've got this hank, so we're going to use it for color work. Make some twinsy jumpers. I'm not sure what pattern, but I must do another spinning class, another hand spinning class, because they're such fun. This wasn't spun on my drop spindle though, or my support spindle. It was spun on my Ashford Joy. But I'm pretty proud of it. I thought I was spinning really skinny little lace, and then I applied it, and it is just slightly thicker, I think, than sock. And it's quite consistent. There are little bloops every now and then, like there where I didn't. Where is that? It's a little bit underspun. But you know what? It's hand dyed. I mean, it's hand dyed and hand spun. So if you want perfect yarn, you just buy commercial yarn. But isn't it beautiful? Very proud of that. Then talking about Miss Lamart, I sent out our barn dance kits this week. So I had a wound up ball. Oh, here it is. This is the DK color, so this will be the base. I don't know what its name is, this one. It's like a bluey grayish color. And then look at this set to play with. It's like a box of crayons or paints. Sorry, very crinkly. I don't want to open it and destroy it, but look. So what we'll be doing with the color work of the jumper is, these are singles and lace mohair, kit silk. So for example, if you put two of those together, it'll be very different, two of those. So it's sort of like a painterly effect where you mix two colors, hold them together. And obviously if I have this and this held together, it sort of gives that whole, like that watercolor painted effect. So we will be starting our knit along this week. We've got a WhatsApp group and we'll be doing a Zoom tomorrow evening. And knitting along with Karen from Miss Lamart. So that's very exciting. And there's quite a few people from, I think, from the States who are joining us, and then from all over South Africa. So that will be fun. So that's the barn dance, and I'll keep posting pictures so you guys can follow along. Oh, and then I got the most beautiful needles. These Leica color needles. I got the short tips because I prefer them when you're knitting in the round in a small circumference like sleeves and neck. And you've got a little cable, it's so much easier to have little needles. And you should feel them. I wish this could give you the feeling. They are so smooth. The yarn just glides off them. And there's no like funny bumps here in the join. And then the cables are gorgeous as well because they swivel and they're smooth joins. So I've got my needles ready for my barn dance, my 3.5 and this size 4. So that's going to be fun. So as my barn dance, let me carry on ticking off. Hand spun, my Miss Lamart, my Estereza needles. Then I've also loaded a sock class. It's to do a shorty sock. All that's different is if you want to take my pattern and make longer socks, you just do more rows after the cuff. So I'll show you how to do a long tail cast on, how to do a twisted rib, a heel flap, a heel turn, underneath your heel, and then this gusset. And we'll probably be able to do all of that in the one lesson. I've made it from 10 until 2. It will be a bring and share finger lunch, and I'll provide tea, coffee, and cake or something in the morning. And then I have videos that I've made. Actually, I think knitting this sock, I made videos on when to do your toe and how to get your toe done. And I also did a Kitchener video. So when you do the class, you'll get just small circular needles. You'll get your yarn. You can choose yarn up. I think I put it up to a value. You can choose some yarn. You'll get my pattern and then tuition. And then obviously I follow up on our WhatsApp group, and I make sure that you're never alone, that you get your sock done. And then that group stays open for questions or whatever. So it's a really good value class and workshop because the needles are expensive and they're included, as is the yarn. So that is on the 15th of February. So it could be a Valentine's gift from your husband where you go for a day and without him and it socks. So that's the sock workshop. What else? I think I've covered everything except for the bowls, which I'll just put in the newsletter. I've finished January. of my stitching journal. You just fold February away. So this is January. I'll give you a little close look. My stitching is quite rustic. Probably because I do it after work and it's quite late and I start losing the light, and also I just stitch. I don't really, and then I just try new stitches from my book. Oh, look at those rows of cross stitch. They are really not perfect. But this to me isn't about perfection. It's just about letting go and just enjoying the process of stitching. I love running stitch. I might have to do my month of July, which is my birthday month, just all in running stitch. I then fell behind because work's been hectic this week, so I caught up last night. I was behind. This is day 6 of February. So I've only done 3 days of February. And there they are. So this day I did a little woven piece. You can see it. Where am I? I'm trying to see and see. I'm tapping here to focus. I'm not a fool. Here's my little woven piece, W for warping, the loom, and if I turn it upside down, I warped it with Marilyn's loom. We warped it on Saturday. Then on Sunday the 2nd, I went far out into the ocean, about 3 k's out. That's me. X marks the spot, middle of the ocean. And then this is the 3rd, so it was my husband's birthday. So there's 33 years without me. Red, single, red man. And then the rest, the 27 years to add up to his 60. I'm married to a 6-year-old on purple, so that's his age. And you can see how rustic that is. So anyone who wants to start stitching this, join us. There's a few of us stitching. I share pictures every now and then on my stories. There's February. And it is a lot of fun. And this fabric is a pure linen. It's quite drapey. It is quite see-through. It's a lightweight linen. If you can see properly, you can't really see, but there's no light behind me. But it's a lot of fun. It's enjoyable. In the beginning I was like, oh my word, it's so ugly. I think I told you in my last video, but I really love it now. I just don't know whether it's my eyesight or whether this isn't focusing. There we go. So that is my news for February. I will write my newsletter and send it out tomorrow. Have a good month of February, month of love. Cheerio. Bye.